Yeah, welcome to a very spontaneous, was that correct? I think so, spontaneous unboxing video. Even most of the stuff I will show to you is open already because I needed to have a look at it before I can talk about it and to check if everything is okay. So, but I want to start with a CD first. Yeah, there's not just vinyl, even it's a ton of vinyl on Golden Core right now. We also have the first CD for the year 2023, and this is something special in for many reasons, because yeah, okay, this is it. Excess. Yeah, maybe back in the days these guys really were a little excessive here and there, because I know them well. Yeah, Excess Crucifixion, Complete Excess, 1988 to 1993. Yeah, the first thing why it's something special is that's death metal. Yeah, death, thrash, and some parts are even doom. Yeah, but death doom, of course, with vocals, not much melodic vocals. I think there are two moments when there is something like melodic vocals, but you don't need that here. Yeah, this was, and the next thing why this is really something special is because of the people playing here. These are just demo tapes, but they are all recorded more or less in studios. The first one is Crucifixion from 1992. This is really unbelievable sounding. This has this, yeah, this aesthetics of an obituary production. When you listen to it at low volume, yeah, it's nice, it's okay. But when you crank it up, it's unbelievable. It will push you against the wall. I don't know how they did. I don't know how guitar player Smog or Thorsten Aschenbrenner, how he did that sound. It's unbelievable. It's, yeah, you need to listen to that. Yeah, this is, but the first demo here is Torment of Death from 1988, and you won't believe it, the drummer is Markus Jülich, who left Excess after a year or two, and then he formed Crematory, the gothic metal band that still is, yeah, still is successful these days. I know in our scene people are often laughing about them, talking shit about them. And I'm not a fan of their music either, but I know these guys since most, not the recent lineup, but from the old lineup, I know these guys since my teenage years, and I know that when they did their thing. So yeah, I respect them for what they are doing after all these years. Yeah, but these are the origins, and this is really underground death thrash, far away from being perfect. Yeah, then we have Harald, who was later bass player for many years, Harald Heine, in Crematory. We have Thorsten Schmock, Aschenbrenner. Yeah, Americans would maybe say Aschenbrenner, which sounds really cool, by the way. He was in the first lineup, or lineups, of Mystic Circle, the black metal band that became, yeah, pretty famous in the 90s, maybe even into the 2000s. And are back now on, I think, Nuclear Blast, if I'm right. So, I don't know. And the singer, he came out in after the first two demos, Klausi. I think Thorsten Oehler is his real name. He was in Blood for many years, the singer of the grindcore band Blood. So these are the origins of all these bands you can find here. And yeah, I did my best remastering all that stuff. We have had all the masters. These were 2 DAT tapes and 2 cassettes, and I was able to transfer the cassettes in my little studio upstairs, and the DAT transfers were made by the mighty Heavyrock from Grobschnitt, in case you know this guy. He has all the old machines. And even the DAT recorder is an old machine these days. It's crazy. Time's flying by, as we say here in Germany. Excess. Yeah, you need that. It has a 20-page booklet because we all had a lot of stuff to show off here. And it's, of course, liner notes, the whole story. It's a little complicated with the lineups. So you need to concentrate when you're reading that, who was in, who was out, and tons of really, really cool photos that show you the scene of the late 80s. Yeah, it's really a travel in time. And death metal on Golden Core, yeah. because it's old school, I must say. Otherwise, I might, yeah, there will be another surprise for those who know Golden Core. So now I try to be as fast as possible. I will start with the Hammer's Rule vinyl is out finally, and yeah, that's, you know, that this is one of my favorite US metal albums ever. 1984, this baby, and the EP After the Bomb was 1985, and we wanted to bring them together on all these songs, which are in the end it's 2 additional songs to this album, because on that EP After the Bomb there were 2 new songs and 2 from the LP, but we wanted to keep the quality of the vinyl as good as possible, so we did that. Ha! A 7-inch with the 2 additional tracks, which are Kamikaze Mission of Death and Stop the World. Yeah. So you already have this. This is a 7-inch, pretty nice pressing. I really should do more 7 inches now, as I know how cool Golden Core ZYX music 7 inches are. Yeah, love it. I love it really. And I think the cover looks even more cool in this size than on 12-inch. Yeah, and the album itself, you see it's side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4. So the people see that there is a 7-inch in it. And yeah, of course, I tried to imitate the original logo, which was Web Records with these chains and the spider. I did that with Golden Core Records, and yeah, it looks like the original. And of course, we had a lot of text here. It was really hard. The band was not able to give us many old photos. There was not too much there, so it's not too bad. But here are liner notes to the end. Really interesting liner notes that gives you an idea about that really special band, which, by the way, you know that I said that before, and I will say it forever. One of the best rhythm sections in the whole metal scene. For sure as good as Iron Maiden, Nico McBrain and Steve LeBrit Harris. Yeah. Hammer's Rule. Then we stay in Britain now. When I talk about British people, then I get a British album here. 1993, you know, Emotional Suicide. They made an album. It was not really released. There is a CD, yes. It's a small amount, no, a small pressing, a pressing with a small amount of copies. That sounds really good. And it was mostly used for promotion. The BBC was playing it and loved it, but for some reason the band split up, or because they moved to different places in the world. And yeah, now Golden Core did the CD. It got great reviews everywhere. And yeah, now the vinyl is ready. And yeah, you see it has this new cover artwork, which I personally love. It was a little polarizing. Some people said it's ugly, others said, hey, it's really great. And I think it fits to the music, because the music has a really special style. It is not new wave of British heavy metal, of course, in 1993. The singer sounds like Michael Jackson from Satan or Pariah, pretty much, or on many occasions. Yeah, then there is thrash influences, but it's still very melodic, and there's a slight hint of 90s. So, but in a dose that I still love it. You know, yeah, the 90s and me, that doesn't fit together too well, mostly. Yeah, and to me this is one of the best unknown albums in the world, and you know that I only sign stuff that I really love, so it's not some bullshit because I try to sell you this vinyl. This is how it looks like here, and of course, yeah, this is even cooler than in the CD, because some of these photos are not in the booklet of the CD, and you can see the band. Yeah, they were not together for too long, but here is a little bit to look at how they looked like when they were rocking these amazing, great songs that really got great reviews in the press. Even it's hard to say, is this a new album that was recorded in '93? Is it a reissue? But the album was not really released back then. Hard to say. It's we call it a Zwitter in Germany. I don't know, a hybrid you would say in English, I guess. So then we go to Australia, mate. No, this was a kangaroo. I'm not a good kangaroo. Even I love bags. Makes no sense. Yeah, Taramis, and yeah, I know, I repeat myself, one of my favorite albums. Yeah, I have the privilege to reissue favorite albums and create them in a way that I think is the perfect reissue. Yeah, there are some companies that are my heroes, like High Roller Records, and I try my best to, yeah, go in this direction to offer something that you don't need another reissue in 10 years. Same happens here with Taramis, the first album. Yeah, we all know the sound quality from the original recording is rough because it was a small studio. The owner was more into spoken word recordings and I think folk or something. And then he had a metal band there. So, yeah, but after all these years, and all the fans will agree, with fans, I talk about people who like the cult stuff like Manila Road, Heavy Load, Cirith Ungol, Broca's Helm, but also early Iron Maiden, that this sound, it is okay, it should be like that. A re-recording would be interesting, but this is the original, and yeah, there was some slight remastering possible, so I would say it's maybe the best version you can get right now. There are 3 originals: Metal Blade, Roadrunner, and the original pressing from Metal for Melbourne, a small label based on ran by a record shop. Yeah, here's imitation of the Metal Blade logo, and here's the Metal for Melbourne. Yeah, you know what I mean. And of course, an inlay, liner notes to death, liner notes, and a lot of cool photos. And you might remember another cover here, but this is the original Australian cover, which is more rare in the world, especially in the USA and Europe, because Metal Blade and Roadrunner, they had a different cover artwork, which was great, by the way. But we decided on keeping, but then I will do that later, keeping it original. Yeah, originally. I don't know. Sieges even! Yeah! Yeah, this is more or less, it is a little remastered. This Color Trap production already was great. There was not much to do here. Yeah, we were able, there's a little bit more power in it, but in the end it's more or less, you don't need to spend so much money on an original now because it's back again. Even the backside looks pretty much original, but you have, again, here you have lyrics because they are really, what's that here? Oh, that's from my toilet paper. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, I will peel that off later. And yeah, this is the liner notes. Yeah, you know that when when albums come in, I put some of them to the toilet to look at them when I have a meeting. You don't want to know that, I guess. Yeah, I think I showed that off before, but I will do it again. Starstrike, one of the recent or newcomer bands, or at least active bands. I think they are looking for a new bass player or something right now. Need to check that out again and try to help them. Starstrike, yeah, from Regensburg, Germany. Their first album, Legacy or Destiny. That there was a small pressing they did themselves, and then we decided to give this over to Golden Core. It got great reviews everywhere for its traditional heavy metal, no bullshit heavy metal, but yes, very melodic, very powerful, and the production is great. It's natural but powerful, not old school, but old school enough to please also people like me. So everything's fine here. The album looks great, and yeah, there is lyrics, a lyric sheet, and the credits, and you see a photo of the band, so the girls then know what they have to dream about in the night. Yeah. And this, I only showed this off for a second because it will be released in March. I don't know why I got it already. Scarecrow! Yeah, this was not easy when this CD came out. But I knew that before, and I will have to work a little more for this product, I'm pretty sure. Because it's not easy. It's a concept album, it's a mix of thrash, punk, and then you have guitar solos that are really melodic, and it's unique. It's not for everybody, and I don't say that in an arrogant way. It's not for everybody. But of course, it doesn't make you a better metal fan when you like that album. But I understand if you don't like it. But on the other hand, people who like it really love it and get addicted to it, like me. We had that in the history of metal before, and maybe this reissue will change it and make this band at least more famous. This was 1988. Totally forgot to say about that. Features even, I think, was also 1988. Taramis was 86, I think. Yeah, and yeah, because we got all their stuff. The album, both singles, a compilation track from German Metal Fighters Part 2, and an unreleased track. We decided on adding the CD to this package. I mean, and you can even read information about the songs here on the back. So there's the vinyl stuff, and here's the CD stuff. So easy to check out. Then, of course, liner notes and a lot of stuff to look at. And we have, yeah, this looks like the original LP. Stop Radioaktivität. Sounds like Kraftwerk, but it ain't. Yeah, this is how it looks like. But this, I don't know if there will be an earlier release because it's ready. But it's scheduled for March. So I don't know when it finally will see the light of the day. So, okay, yeah, so let me get that in again. That's it. That was faster than expected. I'd always try not to talk too much. That's not easy for me, you know that. But now you're informed about all the great releases on Golden Core. Yeah, it's if your local dealer, if you don't find that stuff at your local dealer, I really mean it. Just tell him, hey, you can order at ZYX Music, Germany. And there are many distribution ways. There's Plastic Head in England. Just check it out. And if he says, oh, I can't order, that's a lie. That's simply a lie. They just need to get in contact with ZYX Music. And you find everything you need on the homepage zyx.de. So there's no excuses not to offer these products. So, but now, yeah, have a nice week. If you watch it a little later, maybe weekend. If you watch it really late, Happy Christmas! Inside.